So, the ban list just dropped. Which means this analysis of this format will be the last one of this format. Hopefully this time I'll actually get off my ass to crown like a winner of the format, but it's very difficult to do for something like this considering how broad on this format was week after week after week. We've got decks that we are seeing top tier play now that we didn't even see all the way back in June on the previous ban list. It's like the deck that is currently in 2nd, 5th, 6th, freaking 11th, 12th, won't even been played until halfway through the format. So doing something like that could be very difficult indeed. And a lot of the top tier decks that were performing have been abandoned later into the format. But we'll just get into this and we'll have a look at how decks have been performing from last week until this week. You'll notice immediately that the amount of times decks have been played on Dueling Book has dropped substantially because people have just been itching on the edge of their chairs, mashing F5 on their keyboard and using refresh on their phones, waiting for the ban list, and you got that this morning. So as such, about half the amount of rounds have been played on Dueling Book. We'll only cover the top 10 this time around. I think it's a bit redundant to go through anything beyond that. So we look through at the top 10. Dinosaurs was your most played deck on Dueling Book over the last week with a 56% win rate. People still riding that Team Samurai train. Inferno was in 62%, still sitting in 2nd. Adamantipator in 64%, sitting in 3rd. That ain't going to happen anymore. Salamangreat has climbed into 4th with a 53% win rate. Red Eyes Pure, 54% win rate in 5th. Dogmatica in Vote, 55% in 6th. Altergeist, 55% in 7th. Sky Striker, 50% in 8th. Eldritch Pure, 57% in 9th. Invoke Pure, 45% in 10th. Now, I've just noticed this one should be 68%. Notable mentions for the rest of the format is Dragunity, Red Eyes, Rocket Link with a 68% win rate. Eldritch Red Eyes with a 65% win rate. Dragunity Rocket Link without the Red Eyes sitting on 67% win rate in 20th. Dogmatica Invoke Red Eyes, 65% win rate in 25th. The format, with so many people not playing anymore, has become very well rounded. I think a lot of people have been going through that end of a format climb and ranked, noticing they could probably climb a few positions as the top tier players have burnt themselves out on the format, hence why these numbers are as they are. Not a single deck had a 70% win rate or higher anymore as compared to last week when Dragunity Red Eyes Rocket Link did. But this is the absolute end of a format. Can't really say much about it other than a lot of new product did shake it up from week to week, month to month. Things like utility cards in Talents and Lightning Storm and all these big blowout cards did change the format from a week-to-week basis. The introduction of Infernoble and Red Eyes, Dark Dragoon and Dogmatica and Eldritch and all these other decks really did increase the power curve of this format. Like this, the total amount of strength that any particular deck had, far and beyond any other format. Every deck in this format right now is insanely strong. Very much a go first kind of format. We'll be covering the ban list soon-ish on the stream, and you'll see it very soon on the YouTube channel. Very little was changed on the ban list. I think the only real casualty of the ban list is going to be Adamantipator in a small respect, and we'll get to that later. But that is the end of a format. Starting on Monday the 14th, the new ban list kicks in. The data on my left on YGeoScope will be restarted on Monday, and we do this all again. I will not be surprised at all if we see decks like Eldritch still sitting up on the top. Salamangreat will continue to be played. Any deck playing Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, to be real, will be sitting on top. Same thing with Infernobles. I'll get through this on the ban list because it was very minimalistic and Konami had to do that, but there isn't that much is going to be changing from this format to the next, like at all, other than Rocks maybe dropping a few positions. But that's the end of a format. I hope you guys enjoyed this COVID June to September format. Some would say March to September because nothing happened on the June format other than Multifacer going to 3 because the other two didn't matter. We'll start this again starting on Monday. And we'll see how the meta will be shaped up starting next week. I will see you all then. Incoming ban list. Let's have a look at it, shall we?